Bro, these rich billionaires are numb. They don't get enjoyment from buying things.
It doesn't seem right.
Innocent, unassuming picture? I don't know. What I do know is they hid this from Generation X. They told us, ain't nobody doing that. Y'all are just conspiracy theorists. Don't nobody be doing that. God, yo soft ass generation, they like, haha, we doing this. Wanna join? Here, pick up that 7-year-old and then we'll talk about it.
I'm fooling y'all, man. I was fooling y'all. Those was jokes.
Y'all want to know how gentrified New York is? So I was talking to someone that hasn't lived here for a while, okay? They've been here for a little bit.
I'm sorry, babe. I mean, you got the New Yorican accent, you cute and everything, but when you talk, all I hear is this. Yeah, so, and that's the creepy part.
There is no reason for a man to behave like a gentleman with a prostitute.
Treat them like a prostitute. Do what? Don't treat no girlie well until you're sure of the scoop. Cause all they do is...
That's kind of the whole selling point.
That's the whole selling point of having a man. Because other men are going to treat you like a prostitute, women, unless you have a man there to protect you. But he's not doing that because he respects you. He don't know what me, your man, got up my sleeve. He don't want to find out. Because he's charged with stopping my fist from meeting his face. If he's not skilled at stopping my punch from touching his lips, then he gonna keep his mouth shut. All of us men know that. Neighbor, ask the man next to you and say, is he telling the truth? Neighbor, say back to her, damn sure live. He damn sure lives.
So I'm hanging out with this guy this weekend. We're at his house, and I've been hanging out with him, but we're not in a serious relationship, okay? We're not exclusive, right? So we're looking through his camera roll. Don't fucking ask me why. And he's laying down next to me, and I'm holding his phone. He's letting me, by the way. Like, I'm basically like holding his phone. I'm driving the boat, okay? So I'm looking through the camera roll. He's next to me, and I find this picture of him, and he looks fucking hot. Really hot. I mean, no shirt, chiseled. It's in the summer. He's tan. You see his tats all on his arm. Like, I was like, damn. So I go, okay, I need to send this to myself right now. He's like, yeah, send it. And so I click the picture and I go to send it to myself. Now in messages, so it's like my name first, right? And then we've got another girl's name next to me. So I go, should I send it to your little friend too?
Damn, I hope he said she's already got that one. It would be epic if he said she's already got that. But let's see what happens.
And I'm like, oh, so you're texting other girls. And he looks at me, pauses, and goes, you're texting other guys.
That answer right there is why it would have been epic if he said, oh no, she's already got that one. I wouldn't have said you're texting other guys, although I do understand his logic 100%. And for those of you who are like, this is dating, I don't want to talk about dating is creepy. What are you talking about? What do you think the EpiPen files are? They're dating. It's not just they're sleeping with little kids. They're dating little kids. They can't get women their age. Dude, what, man, do I got to teach you guys what's going on? And I'm not talking to my Patreon audience. I'm not talking to you guys who be coming here. We already know what it is. And that's why, oh, speaking of my Patreon, shout out to y'all for being Patreon members, free members, and the higher upper tier members. Shout out to y'all. It's all stuff that I don't put on You Better Not Tube. But anyway, let's keep connecting this. Why? Because in that day, 7 women will take hold of 1 man. That's creepy that they even said that in a time where women couldn't even work. Not they didn't, they could not work. So saying in that day, 7 women are going to take hold of 1 man and saying, I'm going to pay all my bills. Just marry me. People must have been looking at him was like, what timeline are they going to do that on? Are you smoking right now? That's why I hate Daniel. I don't like him. Let's keep going though.
Apart from children, young women are the group that has the least amount of independent thought. This has been studied. Women care more than men what other people think about them. Women are more consumeristic. They want to fit in. Young women especially are very susceptible to FOMO, the fear of missing out, and are easily molded by social norms, whereas men don't bend as easily to social conditions. functioning. Masculine men naturally have a lot more mental autonomy. Like, I see a lot of men who really don't care if they're outcasts.
Why is any of that he said important? Because of social engineering. If we can engineer society to be more feminine, we'll be able to manipulate them better. For example, when we say, hey, surprise, we've been sleeping with 7-year-olds, everyone will do what a woman normally does, which is bitch and complain. Warriors, men, we gonna do something. For those of you saying, why you ain't doing, I'm 51, my dude, you 24. You don't even feel like doing, why? Because you was raised by a woman and all she did was bitch and complain. That's why there's a few of you in my audience that are cuties and you don't got no man, you trying to figure out how to find one. Keep paying attention and we'll get to that point. Continue with the creepiness, my dude.
So they don't care what people think about them. Men who would rather be lonely and different from everyone else than surrounded by degenerates. But no woman wants to feel different. She'd rather just submit herself to the general will of women and do what everyone else is doing, even if that will is detrimental to her well-being.
No, not really. That's just the cover story. And the AMA, the American Metal Association, or the APA, the American Sociology, what you know them dudes. This sign of theirs is pretty strange. It's pretty much of a head scratcher for me. But anyway, these people have been studying the human mind for, I would say, at least 100 years. What do you think all of the experiments in the 50s was? You know, they created LSD, allegedly. All I know was we didn't have these drugs in the 20s and the 1800s. Now they're here. Somebody made them. They don't just grow naturally out of the ground. But I'm saying that to say they know the psychology of women. This is why there is no female psychology. There's child psychology. Interesting. And then it jumps from child psychology to just regular psychology. Within that, you know, the marketers and everything like that, they know the difference. They market to women a certain way, they market to men a certain way, which should tell us they know the difference between male psychology, female psychology. And these peoples are masters at using our psychology against us. So these women have to be a part of the girl cult. That's what it is. It's a cult. Women have to blend in or else they're not going to have any friends. Because, like you women in the audience, you can't be friends with me. Your booty is too fat for us to be friends like that. I'm just going to keep it real with you. Them biggies is too tig for us to just be regular friends like that. And your boyfriend would agree with me. You might be my friend. He looking at me sneakily like, nah, ain't no goddamn way. And I commend you, sir, for knowing that about me. Just like I know that about him. No harm, no foul. So we're communal people. You have to be in a community. That's just the way the Almighty made you. So you have to go along with what the girl cult says, or else you're not going to be friends. You're going to be lonely. Look at this lonely standing in a corner. Nobody wants to be like that. So I just had to throw all of that out there because this is some stuff I cannot say on YouTube. You want a deep dive? This is how I dive deep. Let's keep going.
And look, I'm not saying that women are any lesser than men for being like this. The reason people think that when I say this, I'm scrutinizing women, only think this because the media inaccurately portrays women. Think about it, 90% of the female characters that we see in movies and on TV are written to act like men. So people start to think that that's the ideal for women when in reality, it's scripts. They're written by men who don't understand real women, so they just write a woman who's a man, or they're written by feminist women who think that women should act more like men. Like if there was a movie with a woman that was actually realistic, it'd just be her changing her mind every 5 minutes, be like, oh, I don't feel like it. She'd have random stomach aches for half the movie. In any emotionally demanding situation, she'd just start crying and call her dad or call her boyfriend. She would definitely not act like these macho women that we see on TV, and this is not a bad thing. Women just operate from a different worldview than men.
And here's another layer to all the E-files we're talking about. You know exactly which ones. If you think that they sound non-human, like only devils, demons would do this, you're not crazy to think that way, because here's another level to this conspiracy. A lot of us have been talking about the lizard people, reptiles, the green-skinned monsters. I know a lot of people think it's ridiculous and they're gonna call us crazy, but if you really just use your logic, why are aliens such a hard concept to grasp?
Bro, you don't be having these kind of conversations with your woman? That's why she ready to break up with you, man. Because, man, I'm telling you, I'm finna slap the fire out of somebody, man. This woman is a keeper. You can't even find girls who just be talking like this. And they're hot. Man, in the 80s, a girl would talk like this and she would look like Caligula. Now, man, listen. Keep telling me, babe. I'm hearing you.
A lot of you believe in demons, but you don't believe in the concept of aliens, just entities from another planet. Honestly, you can call them demons. It's safe to say that they are quite demonic. But if we're going to use the correct term, a lot of them are just alien because they're not from here. Human beings, because we are apex predators as well, when we're hungry and we look at a chicken, we don't really feel empathy for the chicken. See, if these aliens have such advanced technology in which they can create very human-looking hybrids, and so many movies, scientific sci-fi movies have touched upon this, especially the movie Avatar, where they create hybrid Na'vi people that kind of look like the Na'vi but give the uncanny valley. How many of these people in power have you seen and they give the uncanny valley? Why is the concept of these hybrids also so hard to grasp? Humans are already so obsessed with creating hybrids and chimeras. An alien race that is hundreds of millions of years more advanced than us have already done that.
Freemasons won't tell you this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. The masculine body is liney, symbolized by the number 1 or 1 line, and the female body is curvy, symbolizing the number 0 or circles. So this now reveals the secret behind the square and the compass. The compass is used to draw circles, and the square is used to draw squares. So remember, these are tools, and these tools are your tools in life. And these represent the masculine and feminine tools. The masculine tool is the conscious mind. The feminine tool is the subconscious mind. So the reason why they're coming together is because they're symbolizing balancing the conscious and the subconscious mind, merging them together, because your subconscious mind knows everything about you. Who you were before this, who you were before you incarnated, it knows everything already. So when the conscious mind becomes conscious of the subconscious by going deep within yourself, meditating, going deep within yourself, you gain higher insight. Your conscious mind becomes conscious of the subconscious memories. This is why these are tools, because these are your tools in life. The feminine tool, the compass, is the subconscious mind, and it's on top of the square, symbolizing the subconscious mind giving orders to the conscious mind, creating your reality. You need to actively program your subconscious mind to gain mastery over your reality, because your conscious mind is taking orders. You just have to make sure that the programs in the subconscious are the correct orders you want for your life. So the book of symbolism I wrote pretty much goes over every single occult symbol that you could possibly imagine, explaining everything into great depth.
Thank you to my channel members. We said thank you to my channel members. No diddy when I say member. Thank you to my channel members. Fuck you if you're not a member. Nah, I'm just kidding, but seriously, join. Thank you